A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH286, Patricia and David. And I think I just heard somebody has tuned in right on time. Just stand by one. It is, of course, Patricia and David, ZMH286, and it is the 18th of July. And a few boats moving around at the moment. They wouldn't be keen on moving around New Zealand. It's been a pretty cold day. We definitely are in winter now, although we had our first dry day, albeit from about 7 o'clock. It was pretty wet overnight. 15 degrees at the moment, but it just feels colder because we've got the wind has now gone to the southwest, so we're not getting any of that nice warm northerly or nor'easter from you guys. 5 to 10 from the southwest, and the bar is going up 1012.9. We're hoping for some decent weather over the weekend and next week as the anticyclone is coming towards us. Only 10% cloud cover, so it's going to be a really, really nippy night tonight. So the boats that are on passage at the moment, we've got Blue Oceans, who I'll call first. We have got Silhouette and Podgian on their way to Tonga from Minerva. Ocean Fever looks as if he has anchored at a place called Tigua. It's in the Taurus group up. I've never been there actually. We didn't go across that side. But anyway, hopefully Bernie will be on to tell us all about it, and maybe Suzanne from Nihaj. So this is Gulf Harbour Radio. I am going to talk to Blue Oceans. Blue Oceans. Well, that's strange. We normally get them pretty well. Maybe they're pulling in a tuna or something. Okay, let's try for Silhouette, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Gulf Harbour Radio, I'll copy.
Yeah, nice copy, Phil. It looks like you and Pagian are just sort of moseying along. Go ahead, over.
Okay, position 23 degrees, 16 minutes south, 178 degrees, 27 minutes west. Course and speed 052 at 6 knots. Wind south to 15 knots. Barrel 1015. Cloud cover 30%. Over.
Okay, so that sounds pretty decent actually with the course and the southerly. 2316 south, 17827 west on a course of 205 true at 6 knots. That doesn't sound right. You'd be going the wrong way for Tonga. I'll have to come back to that one. Southerly 15 knots, 1015 on the bar and 30% cloud cover. Could you just give me the course again, over?
Right, course 052 true, over.
Well, I got the digits right, just put them around the wrong way. 052 true. Okay, thank you for that. Sounds very pleasant. And I guess you and Pagian are in touch on the VHF. Say hello to Rich and Michelle for me. Is there any comments, David, or are you going to cover it all together? You'll cover it shortly. Okay, so just stand by. The trouble is, David, if you're a single-hander, there might be some action, but there's not much action out there at the moment. Okay, we'll get back to you, Phil, and I've just managed to write your position down with Blue Ocean. That's a problem. Okay, we'll clear with you, and I'll see if Ocean Fever is on frequency.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. So on board, Trish, I'll copy.
I've got good copy from you, and it's amazing good copy, actually. And I see you have just been texting, well, or WhatsApping with Andrew, and looking at you. We never went to those the Taurus Islands there, so interesting. I'm not sure how populated they are. You've only been there a short while though. What are your first impressions, over?
Yeah, real isolated and lots of forest, tropical woods up on the side hill, and a little beach, and looks like the military had some sort of loading and unloading in the war, and everybody's friendly. I've met a power cat. He built this power cat and was helping me on a few projects here. We're stuck here kind of until Monday, I guess. And we'll ask David about the weather. This morning at dawn, the real fierce squalls and 3-meter seas, breaking seas, and 30 knots of wind. So it was a battle getting in, but did it without having major problems. But sure going to pick up the boat, Trish. Thanks for being there and all your help. I'll be standing by.
Roger that. And yeah, well, at least the wind was as forecast, I guess, so we can't complain too much. I'll just tell people where you are. You are at 1314 south and 16636 east. So David will cover a bit of your weather shortly.
What island is he off of on the Taurus?
Sorry? He's at Tigua. I don't know. Tigua, yeah. It's sort of in the middle of Taurus there. Yep. He's got you on his little map there. Yeah, it looks well, it looks like you could go for a hike up a hill. So it's good that you've got a bit of company in the anchorage there. They're not on AIS, but you are, of course. So what is the current wind strength? Because you should be a little bit protected there. What's the wind at the moment? Over?
Yeah, it's a little bay, and it's hard to say what's happening. It's lightened up in the afternoon, rain showers, but again, there's a passage between the two islands, and fierce sea running, breaking sea. But it looks like it's calmed down a bit. But anyway, report more in a day or so. And looking forward to David with a little bit of help, maybe.
Yep.
And gonna enjoy a night's sleep here. Thanks for being there. Ocean Fever off and listening.
Roger that. So hopefully it looks like a snug little bay anyway. So good protection there. Okay, I'll tell you with Ocean Fever, we'll handle all the weather shortly. Just check if Blue Oceans is with us. Blue Oceans, Gulf Harbour. No, and their AIS is a little bit behind. I'll see if Nihaj, Gulf Harbour Radio. No, nothing from Suzanne. She left New Zealand to go to Tonga, so she'll be a bit behind Silhouette and Pogean. Okay, I will call again after David's finished talking about the weather. And here he is.
Alrighty, good evening to our listeners on a pretty nice day here at Gulf Harbor. Sunny, but very, very chilly, that's for sure. Well, not so nice at Tonga. I'm looking at satellite imagery. That's about 4:30. 4:30 is the time that I was looking at the Tonga area. This afternoon shows cloud, rain, and thunderstorms over Tonga Tapu, and all part of a trough that extends to Viti Levu in Fiji and onward to Vanuatu. So we've got cloud and convective activity from Port Vila north to Sola, and apparently to the Taurus group as well. And I guess we'd have to call the banks as well to the east. By Saturday, there's still plenty of convergence around Tonga Tapu and the Hapais, then onward to Fiji, where the convection just peters out on Saturday. However, over in Vanuatu, I'm skipping around here, yesterday's trough definitely fills. So what's going on today is probably going to be a little bit different tomorrow. But from Sola to the Solomons, plenty of cloud and scattered thunderstorms. That's where Bernie is, I'm afraid. Winds mainly easterly, about 25 knots, but definitely higher than the downflow gusts with thunderstorm activity. Now, by Sunday, this should ease. The winds look like they're going to back to the northeast, and they'll be about 15 to 20 knots. And if you were on a magic carpet and you were at the Solomons, it's quite light there in and amongst the islands of the Solomons. That's on Sunday. But closer to the Vanuatu area, the Taurus group and the Banks group and whatnot, there's still going to be wind and rain and thunderstorms. But it will definitely lighten up, I hope. So we'll see how that goes. Now, those underway and halfway from Minerva to Tongatapu, you should find winds Saturday around lunchtime to be southerly quadrant, about 15 to 20 knots. And by Sunday, if you're 2/3 of the way to Tongatapu, winds really lighten up. Southeast about 5 to 10 knots. Very pleasant conditions. And moving over to the Lao, Saturday lunchtime, the southern island should see about 15 knots out of the southeast, but the northern parts much lighter, southeast about 5 to 10 knots. And then come Sunday, expect easterlies, a little bit of a wind shift, 8 to 15 knots, the light air in the north and the slightly stronger air in the south. And one last thing I want to mention, an active MJO pulse is now over our tropical islands where you all are. So remember, the pulse brings active convective conditions, so you could expect troughs and the enhancement of convection. So that's one reason we're getting all that activity around the Vanuatu area and north to the Solomons. So I'm afraid that's going to be the story until that pulse starts to move east.
When will that be?
Well, Tricia asks, when will that be? And that's going to be an ongoing thing. The pulse is always moving from west to east, and it will start to peter out after about 7 to 8 days. So between now and then, you could expect the effects of the pulse, but it will get lighter and lighter as it moves east. It makes a complete circle around the globe to start again. So that's, I think, about all. I think where Bernie is right now in Tigua Island, I guess that's how you pronounce it, sounds like a good place to stay for certainly the rest of today and certainly tomorrow, and then hopefully it'll start to ease after that. So with that, back to the chief, unless there's any questions.
Well, I guess Barney's going to get to know Tigua pretty well. Nothing much of a worry for blue oceans. Blue oceans, I was looking at Silhouette first. And Susan won't have too much to be concerned about either. So, all right, I'll give one more call. If there's nothing else, we will talk to you again tomorrow night. Gosh, that satellite picture that David's got on his screen at the moment looks really nasty. Sort of really, sometimes you look at clouds and they sort of look nice and soft and cuddly, when this one looks jaggedy and bad-tempered. Okay, this is ZL. This is not ZL2RK. I've got my brain not switched on properly tonight. This is Gulf Harbour Radio. Is there anybody else? No, we'll have to see if we can find Blue Oceans tomorrow night. I have actually got them, but it is quite slow on the marine traffic, so I hope that they will be in action here tomorrow night. Okay, have a good night all, and if anyone wants this frequency, it's all yours. Cheers all.